So Project Nimbus is a contract that was signed between Amazon, Google, and the Israeli government. It's very concerning and honestly a bit disturbing that we don't know much about this contract and that we haven't been able to find out many details. It's no coincidence that I'm not Palestinian and that I'm being public about this. The contract was kind of quietly signed. We didn't see much. We, as in workers or anybody else, the public, did not see much come out about the contract. Shockingly, because the contract is a $1.2 billion contract, you would expect to see some kind of press on it. The way that we've understood it is it's kind of essentially a overarching cloud services contract that provides both the cloud services as well as building data centers to the Israeli government, which includes, and the kind of the key areas that we're interested in is that include the IDF as well, so the Israeli military, as well as the ILA, the Israel Land Authority. And we've seen both of those groups be kind of integral to the destruction that we've seen in Palestine. We know that the Israeli military has persecuted Palestinians, demolished Palestinian homes. There has been violence that we've seen, every year in Gaza that has hit civilian targets, hospitals, journalists, and of course, just regular everyday people as well. So that's something that we think will be furthered by this partnership with the Israeli military. And then, of course, the Israel Land Authority, which I mentioned as well, is the agency that enables Israel's expansion of segregated settlements. We know that those segregated settlements are in violation of international law and US policy. There's a specific provision in the contract that doesn't allow for either of the companies to pull out of the contract. And we think that that's really based on the knowledge that there would be and that we've seen that there has been activists, both within the companies and outside of the companies, that realize that this is a problematic and concerning contract and have called for the companies to pull out of it. We are constantly questioning if Amazon cares. We have no way of knowing because we have not heard a response from leadership. We've been eager to hear a response. We'd love to hear something so that we can open up this conversation and be able to share our perspective. Palestinians at Amazon are definitely involved in this issue and are working with us. But it's really it's no coincidence that I'm not Palestinian and that I'm being public about this. Palestinians really have a larger concern than any of the rest of us do about talking about this issue, especially Palestinians that have family in Palestine, that have seen the brutality of Israel, and by speaking about this issue are fearful that that will happen to them as well. But I think what we need to have as an expectation for these companies, especially as these companies that we work for, is sort of a baseline level of doing ethical business. And what we've been asking for is for, what that looks like exactly in practicality, whether that be that the companies, for example, that Amazon does not engage in business with any state that has violated international law. I don't know if that's the baseline, but some type of baseline that can be applied broadly in the same way that we're asking for Amazon to address the issue of Palestine and Israel and commit to not doing business with Israel because of what they've done. We'd ask the same for them to review contracts with other states or companies or others that have engaged in unethical practices. We've seen now that Amazon has really taken a large stand in what they've done because of what Russia has done to Ukraine. Why can that same policy and practice not be applied to what Israel has done to Palestine?